What if I told you that some medieval builders used eggs, blood, and even animal hair to make buildings stronger? And those structures are still standing today. Think modern engineers have all the answers. Think again. Medieval builders created cathedrals without cranes, castles without concrete, and bridges that still baffle scientists. Before blueprints, electricity, or steel, medieval craftsmen built masterpieces using nothing but hand tools, geometry, and ingenuity. And somehow, they nailed it. We're diving into a world of wooden scaffolds, stone towers, and architectural secrets lost to time. This isn't just a history lesson. It's a mind-blowing look at 20 medieval building tricks that still baffle modern engineers. From Gothic cathedrals that scrape the heavens to timber-framed homes that have survived 600 years of storms, medieval builders knew what they were doing. And they didn't need CAD software or laser levels, just vision, craft,
and an uncanny understanding of physics. So grab your virtual tool belt, because we're traveling back 800 years to uncover how these incredible minds made the impossible possible. Let's get building. 1. The secret of flying buttresses. These weren't just decorative. Flying buttresses allowed cathedrals like Notre Dame to rise sky high without collapsing under their own weight. By redirecting lateral forces away from the walls, they created open, airy interiors filled with stained glass. It was medieval structural engineering at its finest, a way to cheat gravity itself. 2. Lime mortar that heals itself. Unlike today's cement, medieval builders used lime mortar. And here's the genius part. It absorbs carbon dioxide from the air and actually gets stronger over time. Even more shocking, it can self-heal small cracks by reabsorbing lime. Some cathedrals are still standing because of this ancient mix. 3. Timber framing without nails. Ever seen those charming old half-timbered houses? Builders used wooden pegs, mortise and tenon joints, and dovetailing. Not a single metal nail. These joints flexed with the wood, allowing homes to expand and contract without breaking. 4. Scaffolding that builds itself. Medieval builders used put-log scaffolding, wood poles inserted directly into the walls as they built upward. As the structure grew, so did the scaffold, eliminating the need for massive support systems and allowing construction hundreds of feet in the air. 5. Geometry over blueprints. Before architects used paper blueprints, master masons carved full-scale templates into stone floors. They relied on geometric ratios, compasses, and proportions, rather than precise measurements, a technique called sacred geometry. Cathedrals like Chartres are masterpieces of this system. 6. Underground cooling chambers. In castles and monasteries, builders dug underground storage rooms, often with stone-lined walls, to keep food cool in the absence of refrigeration. Ventilation shafts and the natural insulation of the earth kept temps shockingly low year-round. 7. Builders who could see sound. In massive churches, stonemasons adjusted wall shapes and ceiling curves to enhance acoustics. They just listened and experimented until voices and choirs echoed like angels. 8. Fireproof roofs. Almost. Thatched roofs were flammable, but in cities, builders turned to tile and slate, and often layered clay beneath wooden shingles. In some monasteries, builders even constructed double-roofed vaults to prevent fire from spreading between floors. 9. Gutter systems made of stone. Forget modern downspouts. Medieval masons carved long stone channels and gargoyles to direct rainwater away from buildings. Not just functional, they were beautiful, and they saved buildings from erosion centuries before concrete pipes. Salt and urine in mortar. Really, To increase durability and water resistance, some builders added strange ingredients like egg whites, milk, pig's blood, and even urine to mortar. The result? Hardened compounds that resisted weather better than some modern mixes. Quarrying with fire and water. To cut large stones without explosives or steel tools, medieval workers heated rocks with fire, then poured cold water to crack them. It was dangerous, slow, but surprisingly effective. Cob walls that breathe. In rural homes, walls made of cob, a mix of straw, clay, and earth, acted like natural insulation. They kept homes warm in winter, cool in summer, and allowed moisture to escape. No mold, no AC. Invisible foundations. Builders used underground stone spread footings to distribute weight across wider areas, often unseen by modern archaeologists. That's why so many medieval buildings have stood for centuries, even in earthquake zones. Hair and horsehair in plaster. Why did medieval plaster last so long? Because they mixed in animal hair to reinforce it, just like modern fiberglass. The strands acted like a web, holding everything together and preventing cracks. Timber that was grown to fit. Yes, you read that right. Some master carpenters trained trees to grow into specific shapes, like curved beams or angled supports, reducing the need to cut or carve later. They were literally shaping their buildings decades before construction began. And there you have it. 20 ingenious medieval building tricks that prove our ancestors weren't just craftsmen. They were architectural magicians. No electricity, no power tools, no steel reinforcements. Yet they built masterpieces that still stand proud. Modern construction has made things faster, but maybe not better. These ancient methods were sustainable, durable, and deeply connected to nature. Some even argue that we've lost more than we've gained. So next time you walk past a medieval cathedral, castle, or timber-framed house, stop for a moment. You're looking at something built not just with tools, but with wisdom passed through generations. If you enjoyed this dive into medieval brilliance, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your fellow history nerds. Drop a comment below. Which medieval trick blew your mind the most? Until next time, keep questioning history and appreciating the minds that built it.